Geeks, it's Patrick here with the Killing Frost.
Hey guys.
We're wrapping up the day. The Geekie Awards are coming to an end. What an amazing night of just fellowship and community.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool getting to interview some people, who I've really admired for a long time, like Claire Kramer and Seth Green.
Not only is it the first annual Geekie Awards, but we honored probably one of the men who's most responsible for one of our lifestyle as it is.
Stan Lee.
And he asked 10 different people to ask what geek was. He got 10 different answers. And I think that's exactly the right answer.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone has their own definition of geek, and it's going to mean something to someone. It's going to mean something different to each and every person. Everyone has their own geekdom.
And there's no right or wrong answer.
True.
So this is the Geekie Awards. What part of geek life do you that you love the most, being a geek yourself?
Oh God, it's the variety of the geekdom. There's comic books and movies and TV and figures and cosplay, and you can enjoy all of them. Like, you can enjoy some of them, one or two of them, or all of them, and I enjoy all of them.
It's like being a Renaissance man of the century.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like I'm talking to you, but I'm seeing all these cosplayers walking around in the background, and I'm thinking, this is awesome. My life is awesome.
Of course, who's here but Miss Ivy Doomkitty?
Hey, how are you?
You've got a pretty big deal going on today, don't you?
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for today.
Why don't you tell the fans at home exactly why you're excited?
Well, I'll be presenting Stan Lee the Lifetime Achievement Award, so I'm pretty excited about that.
So is this like a girl fan dream come true for you?
For me, it was like a huge deal because, how many times can you say that you've, gone on stage with Stan and handed him an award, you know what I mean?
And a Lifetime Achievement Award at that.
Absolutely.
How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Captain?
I'm really well. I think of tonight's gathering here for the Geekie Awards.
Oh, it's like nerd central. I love it. I wish, there was some friends of mine who were in Seattle, actually, who I've been working with. I wish were here, who are total geeks.
So what are you most excited to see tonight?
Some of the younger people who are like starting out or, getting their first awards, those are the ones I'm really rooting for. Because that's huge to them.
And if you've seen the hardcore shit that goes on in Spartacus, this is the guy who probably thought of it, right?
I was the go-to guy for the really weird stuff. It's like, let's pop his head off like a zit. Let's just get a chain around the neck and just like pop that skull right out of there.
So if people hadn't heard from you from that work, they're definitely going to be hearing your name a lot more often now, because you're responsible for bringing one of the most legendary monsters to the small television.
Yeah, and it's universal. So it's like the original tentpole movie. Yeah, I mean, I built the model when I was a kid.
Of course, we're talking about Dracula.
Dracula, with Jonathan Rhys Meyers. We premiere Friday night, October 25th, 10 o'clock, right after Grimm.
I was in Comic-Con. I saw a lot of footage, a lot of stuff about Dracula going on, a lot of buzz going on. I myself grew up reading Anne Rice vampires. I'm not a big fan of the Twilight stuff. I like my vampires to explode in sunlight. What have you done that might piss off the fans, or the fans are going to love with this new incarnation of Dracula?
Well, let me put it this way. Normally in Dracula, you've got Van Helsing is the cavalry. He's going to come over the hill. He's going to save the day. In our Dracula, we learn that Dracula and Van Helsing are working together. So nobody's charging over the hill. Dracula is unleashed. Complete OG badass. No sparkling. We don't do sparkling.
So you also do, in addition to being here tonight, you have Geek Nation, right?
That is true. Yes, we launched Geek Nation, an online studio, about a year ago. We have podcasts, shows, a daily blog section. So it's awesome.
So what do you think about tonight's awards? What are you most excited to see?
You know what? I'm a big advocate of this generation where people can produce their own content and have their own voice, regardless of, monetary circumstances. And so I'm always excited to come to an event like this and see like real creative and organic generated material. So I'm just excited to check out all the new stuff.
I run into Dave Shelton himself. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, we are geeking fine.
Now, this is an amazing event, don't you think?
I think this is probably the coolest award show of the year.
What's the favorite part of geek life for you?
Being able to go out in public and do whatever you want
From Sci-Fi Channel's Ghost Hunters.
Yes, Sci-Fi's Ghost Hunters. I'm here at the Geekie Award, and what an amazing place. I mean, look at these costumes people are wearing. You're here.
Do I need to say more?
No.
No more. So you're on the side. How many seasons do you guys have under your belt now?
We are finishing up season 9. Yeah, and our seasons are not these little piddly 13-episode seasons. We do 26-episode seasons, so we work all year long.
It's the fucking Sci-Fi Channel.
It's the fucking Sci-Fi Channel.
If you haven't seen Sharknado, they have money to burn.
Sharknado!
So what is the creepiest thing you've ever experienced in real life on Ghost Hunters?
It's Essex County Mental Institution. They had like 8 miles of tunnels that went underneath 144 buildings. They put a helmet cam on my head, gave me a walkie-talkie radio and a handheld camera and said, go walk around. If you get in trouble, call on the radio. I got 8 feet in those tunnels and the radio was done. And I was actually down there about 3 hours before I found my way out. And when I came up to the surface, I was like 1.5 miles away from where they were filming the buildings. I think what was going on is Jay was trying to figure out a way to lighten the team, and he just figured I'd never come back.
What part of Geek Life do you enjoy the most?
The chicks. I'm married, okay? Not the chicks. But if I wasn't married, maybe. I love the costuming. I love the ability to just let your mind go and be whoever you want and do what you want, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, unless they want it. But it's the creativity that's behind all this, and we can just let ourselves go in a group like this, and we're not judged for who we are.
Hey guys, it's the Killing Frost. We're here at the Geekie Awards, and we're here with Houston Huddleston, who is in charge of the Star Trek Bridge restoration. How are you doing?
I'm pretty darn well. Yeah.
You've had a busy couple of weeks here.
Yeah. Insane. It's been a busy month. I mean, we began in Comic-Con in San Diego in the end of July, and then we went straight from there to Houston, Texas for Space City Con, and then we went straight there to Star Trek Vegas. So it's been insane, absolutely insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Star Trek Vegas, I was there, and it was a huge success. The line was always pretty big.
The Vegas one is by far the most Star Trek centric. What also kind of blew their minds was that we didn't charge people to sit in the chairs and take photos, which is one of that's part of our manifesto, that we don't do that, because back at the old Star Trek Vegas thing, they were a corporate-run theme park, and they charged $25 to do that. And when I got this, I said, the one rule that we're going to do, nobody pays, because people will donate if they can, but we're doing this for the love, and that's the way to share the love.
So, can you tell our listeners exactly what is the hope for the bridge, and why did you start the restoration project?
That's a big story, but basically I saved the bridge. I rescued it before it was about to be destroyed a week before. Did a Kickstarter campaign, asked for $20,000, and we got $80,000, which got us well on the way to start restoring it. And now the next big step is the major financing. And when I say that, I don't mean from fans. We don't want fans to have to pay to do the rest. It's not because we're nonprofit. We've got the educational element. We've got we've got all the good things for us.
Well, now, is it true that the bridge is here at the Geekie Awards?
Oh, is it ever? And it's the set. It's the stage. Our set is the set for the Geekie Awards. And
I mean, how cool is that the bridge is being represented here?
I'm blown away. The biggest thing I'm hoping, and what I've heard, is Stan Lee's going to sit in the captain's chair.
Wow, that's kind of cool. I mean, that's like really kind of momentous that Stan Lee in the captain's chair.
That's on a different level. And I'll tell you, I met him back in early 2013, and the first thing I told him was, we have the Bridge of the Emperor. He says, where's the captain's chair? I want to sit in the captain's chair. And we didn't have it finished at that point. And so now that dream will finally happen, and I'm hoping Seth Green, too, who's here. That'll just, it's just geek cool tonight. It's the ultimate of geekasm.
What do you think about tonight's event?
I'm so excited. Do you see the energy here?
It's pretty crazy.
It's really nuts.
So your current show is Continuum.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan. I watch it every week.
So incredible. I'm so proud to be on that show.
It's really, really good. I was really excited when Sci-Fi picked it up again.
Yeah, me too.
What do you think about Stan Lee getting a Lifetime Achievement Award? How freaking cool is that?
I think that's an awesome idea. I mean, he deserves it. He so deserves it. And I kept thinking, someone asked me, what would I ask him if I could ask him one question? It'd be like, when you created this world, did you really know you were going to make this impact on everyone?
Yeah, he's had a huge impact on popular culture, on geek culture. I mean, he's really an idol.
Yeah, he's like a god.
So you actually helped direct the team. You're like the lead that you go to.
I mean, we had actually a team of people who could lead the team, so I think I was one of those people, yeah.
So I recognize you from obviously your stylish hairstyle.
I guess I stand out a little.
Now, your thing is you dye your hair every mission, don't you?
So I change I have different patterns in my hair or colors or whatever, depending on what's going on in our projects.
So how does that get received at JPL?
You know, I mean, it's fun. I think it's kind of a way to celebrate for the team, but also we're engineers and scientists. We kind of know you got to get this done. So you can show up looking however you want, but just get your job done.
Let me ask you an extremely geeky question. How did you feel accepting your award up there on stage with the Enterprise D behind you?
Super excited. I grew up on The Next Generation, so it was kind of awesome. I just took a bunch of pictures back there. It's pretty cool. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I work at NASA. It's definitely because of Star Trek.
Now, young man, I'm going to come butt in on your conversation right now because I was sitting at your table. I don't know if you remember me or not.
Yes, you were. Absolutely.
We made you move.
Yes, I moved for you guys.
Thank you very much.
And I'm glad I did because you won the best podcast.
You're glad you moved away from me?
No, I moved for you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So how long have you been podcasting?
Our podcast has been going for about 5 years. I've been with the crew for 3.
And the name of your podcast is?
It's A Podcast of Ice and Fire.
And so Of Ice and Fire is Game of Thrones.
It is. It's the book series that Game of Thrones is based off of.
So there you go, geeks. If you didn't know that, it's a book. Okay? But me, myself, I knew it was a book once this TV show came out. But I didn't want to read the book because I didn't want any spoilers.
But it's different.
Is it?
It's a little bit different, right? How different do you think it is?
It's not that different. I mean, there are a lot of differences, but the major points are very similar.
So 3 years strong, and is this your first award?
This is our first award. We're not always the most PC podcast, so we haven't been up for too many of these, but this is fantastic. Yeah.
So you're here at the Geekie Awards, and you're presenting what?
I am presenting the crowdfunding award with Kevin Shinnok, who is an Emmy winner from Robot Chicken, and he's also the creator of Mad TV for Cartoon Network, and I'm really excited to be working with him, and really super duper excited to be giving credit where it's due to a bunch of new creators, crowdfunded, up and coming, awesome people who are making their mark on the industry, and I think that it's time to do that. The industry is, that's what's happening, and it's good that we have a focus for them.
Very nice. So what do you think about the whole geek culture? I mean, are you a geek yourself?
Honestly, here's my feeling on the whole geek culture. I love the stories. I love Star Trek, and I love Star Wars, and Lord of the Rings, and Doctor Who, and all of those great stories. I would really like to see the geek world get back to its real roots in not only loving the stories, but living them. And I think that the great thing about this genre is that it inspires us to be better people, to make the world a better place. So what I would say is let's take those stories and make them our own. Let's not just love superheroes, let's be them and do the great things for the world that we love and see in these stories. That's what I think. I try to do that in my own life, and if you're interested in how you can be a part, we're working on the Pop Culture Anti-Bullying Coalition and a bunch of other good stuff. So take what you love from this world and do it.
So you said the anti-bullying campaign. So you work, and I believe Ksenia Solo is on that as well. Is that correct?
She was a guest at our red carpet, and I founded the event at Comic-Con this year, and we invited a few select actors who are active in the anti-bullying world. So we didn't ask like the big stars of stage and screen and film, or we didn't do that. We asked the people who are working to make a difference, and Ksenia is one of them.
So what are you most excited to see here tonight?
I love Stan. He's such a doll. I've been a friend of his for a little while, and I think he's just a lovely, warm individual, and I appreciate the way he loves the fans right back, and that has been such a great thing to see tonight. I think that we all should be like that, be like him, and never ever think anyone or anything is too much. If you can take the picture, if you can sign the autograph, do it, and he's like that.
Hey geeks, it's me, Patrick, here with the lovely, the gorgeous, the beautiful Mindi Robinson. How are you, love?
Pretty good.
Now, if my friends don't know, she is on King of the Nerds.
I'm on King of the Nerds. Normally I have pink hair and a tutu, so I'm kind of hard to pick out sometimes. We just wrapped season 2, so look forward to more primetime, wonderful episodes of Geekdom.
Congratulations on that. And your character plays a cosplayer.
Huh?
Your character's a cosplayer.
She is the epitome of cosplaying. She cosplays depending on the theme of every nerd off, and this season we really outdid ourselves. It's pretty awesome.
So I'm looking forward to that. Now tonight you're here at the Geekie Awards.
She should get the award. She should get the award for the hottest presenter.
Now this is so appropriate because this is Chris Gore crashing our interview.
Yeah,
It's what he does.
I kind of crash podcasts.
This is the man.
I walk behind people and make these messed up faces.
I love photobombing. I love
people's
photobombing.
Facebooks tomorrow.
Yeah.
New interview bombing.
You're so good. Interview bombing. That's my next thing. All right. And on that note,
Tonight, she got the honor tonight of accepting an award tonight.
Yeah, I accepted on behalf of Dark Comics and The Goon, which looks an R-rated cartoon sounds like a fun night.
The first ever of its kind of R-rated animated cartoon called The Goon. I saw a clip of it. It looks pretty goddamn funny.
Yeah. I mean, do you see the graphics?
It's pretty amazing graphics. Zombie, death stuff.
This is like real shit here.
It's good stuff. So you gave a good speech.
Oh, thank you. It was written down for me. It was very hard. I don't have my contacts in, so... Oh, and then a pen exploded all over it right before I got it.
Wow. And she perseveres.
It's what I do. I mean, I'm a professional. I can read off paper.
She is a professional. Consummate professional.
Fuck it.
So do you consider yourself a geek now?
Oh, I've been a nerd.
Forever?
Oh my god, like I was the most ugly teenage kid. I hope all you guys are still working at Walmart. Suck it. Look what I get to do. Cool shit. I'm on TV, yo.
How about that? Suck it at Walmart.
Yeah, being a nerd pays off.
Right?
Yeah,
That's what I keep saying.
You know, it's like when you look around and you see like successful nerds. Like that's what we did. We studied and shit.
So what is your favorite part about nerd life or geek life?
The escapism of it. Like you can watch a movie and you imagine yourself in it. Star Trek, Star Wars, all the Pirates of the Caribbean. No matter what it is, it's fun to imagine to be someone else. And as an actor, I mean, it's what I do for a living, and I get to have people imagine being me. Is that weird? I don't know what they're doing with those thoughts, but I guess people imagine me.
We're not going to go there.
We just did.
Okay.
How you doing tonight?
Great, man. All my responsibilities are finished, save for a couple of random interviews, so all good.
So you just gave Stan Lee his Lifetime Achievement Award. That was
one of many I expect that Stan Lee will achieve over his lifetime.
That was pretty awesome. I mean, that was on a scale of 1 to 10, that was probably a 12, right?
I love Stan Lee a lot, and being able to bestow any kind of honor on him is a real privilege for me.
Well, what's really cool is that not only are you here at the Geekie Awards giving an award, but you yourself, you're a geek.
Yeah, no, I fly that flag pretty proudly.
I mean, right?
It's been a while, though. I mean, it's only in the last several years that you could really say, oh, I'm a geek proudly and not get a face full of knuckles. So we've sort of inherited the earth, and it's hard to even, complain about any kind of persecution because it feels like all of the things that were most geeky are now the most mainstream pop culture.
Yeah, things like, like Buffy, Family Guy, they're kind of nerdy in their own way. They have definitely a geek following. It's very much a fan love affair.
Yeah, well, one of the most highest grossing films of all time was the Avengers movie. So you've got a movie that is about a circle of superheroes that have been popular for 40 years. How long did the Avengers? When did Captain America come out? Like in the 60s? So it's like 60 years at this point. They've been popular all this time, and now they are just becoming the most successful entertainment properties on the planet. So it feels like we've won. I have to just say it feels like we've won.
I have to agree with that. I'm proudly, obviously I'm in Star Trek, it's...
Fly it proud, dude. Fly it proud.
Well, that's it, you guys. Thanks a lot for talking with us, and talk to you later. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Have a good night, guys.
You too.